Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
So we are starting with morning Murli of Bap Dada from Madhuban 12/6/20. A sense of the Murli is, sweet children, you have now become God's children. Therefore, there should be no devilish traits in you. Baba has given us a slogan, make progress, not mistakes. Make progress, not mistakes. Question of the Murli is, what faith and intoxication do the Brahman children of the confluence age have? What faith and intoxication? Answer is, we children have the faith and intoxication that now we belong to God's community. We are to become residents of heaven, the masters of the world. We are being transferred at the confluence age. From being devilish children, we have become godly children and are to become residents of heaven for 21 births. There is nothing greater than this. This is the highest status a human soul can achieve. Murli starting, Om Shanti. The father sits here and explains to the children. Human beings generally like peace. When there is disagreement between the children in a family, there is peacelessness. When there is peacelessness, sorrow is experienced. When there is peace, happiness is experienced. You children sitting here have true peace. You have been told, remember the Father, consider yourselves to be souls. The peacelessness that has been in you souls for half the cycle will be removed by remembering the Father, the ocean of peace. Is it okay? Okay? All right. You are receiving your inheritance of peace. You should know that the word of peace is completely separate from the word of peacelessness, which means to say that you cannot have peace in the word of peacelessness. The word of peace and the word of peacelessness are two separate words. Human beings do not understand what the devil's word is or what God's word is, what the golden age is or what the iron age is. No matter how great a position you had, you too say that you didn't know this. Those who have wealth are said to have a position in this world. You can understand who the poor are and who the wealthy are in today's world. In the same way, you can also understand that there are God's children and there are devil's children. You sweet children understand now that you are God's children. You have this firm faith, don't you? Firm faith. You Brahmins who belong to the God's community understand that you are becoming residents of heaven and masters of the world. There should be this happiness all the time. We are becoming residents of heaven and masters of the world very soon. Very few of you understand this accurately. In the golden age, there is God's community, whereas in the iron age, there is devil's community. The devil's community changes at the most auspicious confluence age. We have now become children of Shiv Baba. We forgot this in the middle period. We understand at this time that we have become the children of Shiv Baba. There, in the golden age, no one would call himself a child of God. There, they are children of the deities. But now we were devilish children. We have now become God's children. How? Baba says, by giving our heart to Shiv Baba. When we gave our heart to Shiv Baba, it was in pieces because our heart had been given to so many. But when we gave our heart to Shiv Baba, he joined the pieces and made our heart one heart. So now we remember Shiv Baba and we are Shiv Baba's children. We are in Shiv Baba's heart and Shiv Baba is in our heart. So our heart has to be a complete heart, full heart, so that we can have Shiv Baba in our heart. So first thing Baba did was to join our hearts from pieces into one. So Baba says, we have now become God's children. We Brahmins are Brahma Kumars and Kumaris. I think in Israel we should say Brahma Kumaris and Kumars. Normally also I prefer to say Brahma Kumaris and Kumars because Baba has given the urn of nectar to the sisters. Right in the beginning, Baba formed a committee of the sisters and surrendered everything to them. So this organization of Baba is run by the Brahma Kumaris. Of course, there are brothers also to support. We are the creation of the one Father. So when we become creation of the one Father, our hearts are united with Him and we also get united. All of you are brothers and sisters and you are the children of God. You know that you are to receive your kingdom from Baba. In the future, we will attain our divine self-sovereignty and will be happy. The golden age really is the land of happiness and the iron age is the land of sorrow. So to try to seek happiness in the iron age is a futile effort because it is the land of sorrow. Otherwise, Baba would not have come to transfer it into the land of happiness. Only you Brahmins of the confluence age know this. Souls are the children of God. So, when we are talking of children of God, we are talking as souls, not bodies. You know that Baba is establishing heaven. He is the creator. He is not the creator of hell. Otherwise, who would remember him? All people in the world remember Baba, at least most people. So, who would remember him if he were the creator of hell? You sweetest children know that Father is establishing heaven. He is our very sweet Father. Now, Baba says every day Baba starts with Murli with sweet children and ends the Murli with sweet children. He is our very sweet Father. If any one of us has to see how much Baba's Gyan I have imbibed, I have to see how sweet I have become, how much sweet I have become. Do I get irritated? Do I feel bitterness? So, then I have to check. He is making us into the residents of heaven for 21 births, because only souls can understand this, that they are take 21 births in heaven. There is nothing greater than this. No other status in the world at any time in the cycle could be greater than this. You should have the understanding that you are the children of God, and you should therefore not have any devilish trait in you, not even a trace of devilish trait in you. Otherwise, what will happen? When Baba wants to transfer us to heaven, wants to take us, then Ravan will come around and claim his own property, that is devilish trait. So, we will be held there to give to Ravan his devilish traits, and we will get behind in the queue for going to heaven. You have to make progress. Very little time remains. Therefore, make no mistakes. Do not forget this. You can see that the Father whose children you are is sitting in front of you face to face, because Baba is giving this Murli to us face to face. We are studying with God, the Father, in order to become the children of the deities. So, the Supreme One teaches us to become children of the deities, the gods and goddesses on earth. Therefore, there should be so much happiness. Baba simply says, just remember me and your sins will be absolved. So, Baba's simple statement is, just remember me and your sins will be absolved. The Father has come to take everyone back home. The more you remember him, the more your sins will be absolved, because we have sins of half the cycle on our head. On the path of ignorance, when a girl gets engaged, that remembrance is firmly imprinted on her. Although she has only got engaged, not even got married yet, but that remembrance is firmly ingrained in her mind. As soon as a baby is born, that remembrance is also imprinted, because everything we do is imprinted on our mind. In heaven and also in hell, that remembrance is imprinted. A child would say, "This is my father." However, that one is your unlimited father from whom you are to receive your inheritance of heaven. So, just as in the Lokik, everything gets imprinted on the mind and you do not forget. Lokik father does not forget Lokik child, and Lokik children do not forget their father. Therefore, it is remembrance of him that should now be imprinted on you. We are once again receiving our inheritance from the Father for future 21 births, our own births. Now, because it is such a big inheritance, only that inheritance should be printed in your intellects. When such big inheritance we are going to get, so only that should be imprinted on in our intellects. We cannot think of pennies when we are getting pounds. You know that everyone has to die. At least we know everyone has to die. Not a single one will remain here. Even your dearest of dearest have to return. Only you Brahmins know this, that the old world is now about to end. So, because this knowledge is very important, like an astrologer tells us our future, no one in the world knows that it is time to return. So, this important precious information enables us to do the right thing now, because only then we can think only of the big inheritance and the giver. Baba says, before it ends, make full effort, because we know this. Since you are the children of God, you should have limitless happiness. So, our happiness should be limitless, but in practical, why it does not remain limitless? That is a big question. And Baba's answer is that we do not keep the link with him of remembrance always. So, the link gets broken, and then we have to relink, and that takes time, and the link is not continuous. So, when there is link, there is remembrance, and when the link is broken, the remembrance goes back. So, Baba says the way to remain happy limitlessly forever is to keep the link with Baba. And for this, Baba has said, these days especially, Baba has given us exercises of the mind. And one thing Baba says, that we may be howsoever busy, if say after every 2 hours we find even 1 minute to remember Baba, Bap Dada in the subtle region, because in the subtle region there is no body, there is no physical thing, and we become like angels, and we get refreshed very soon, and the link gets strengthened. So, if our link gets strengthened, even while we are doing jobs here in angelic form, that link will not be broken. It may get a little weak, but it will not be broken, and then only we can have limitless happiness, because the work we are doing will become secondary, and my link with Baba, the giver of big inheritance, will remain forever. The Father continuously says that children, make your lives like diamonds. This is the deity world and this is the devil world. Baba says you can look on both sides. There is limitless happiness in the golden age. Only the Father can give that happiness, because to get to the golden age, Baba gives us the knowledge as well as the qualifications. You have come here to the Father. You cannot just stay here. Baba is talking of Madhuban. You have come here to the Father. You cannot just stay here. You can't all stay here together, because you children are unlimited. Baba says, my children are spread all over the world and they are a big community. So, all of them cannot stay in Madhuban, although Madhuban has been expanded. You come here feeling a lot of enthusiasm that you have come to the unlimited Father. We are children of God. We are the children of God the Father. Not only God, but always we have to remember the Father, because Father gives inheritance. When we say only God, then we do not have that feeling and remembrance in heart of happiness or inheritance. So, why are we not in heaven? Now, Baba says, we are the children of God the Father. Because we are children of God the Father, the question arises, why we are not in heaven? God the Father creates heaven, does He not? So, Baba says the history and the geography of the whole world is in your intellects. You know that Heavenly God, the Father, is making you worthy of heaven. Baba says not only we become children, but as a teacher, Baba makes us worthy of heaven also. So, Baba performs 3 tasks. First, makes us his children entitled to inheritance. Then, as a supreme teacher, makes us worthy of heaven, so that we get qualified for the paradise. And then as Satguru, Baba actually takes us to heaven. He makes you that every cycle. Baba says it is not a one-time affair. I makes you worthy of heaven, gives you inheritance of heaven, and gives you so many vardhans every cycle. So, we are so fortunate that we are entitled to this inheritance, and we will get this inheritance every cycle. So, that gives us a very firm conviction. Not a single human being knows that he is an actor and how plays the role in the drama. We are the children of God the Father, and so why should we be unhappy? So, Baba says, why we are not in heaven? That question is answered because heaven is being established. But Baba says, now and here, we are the children of God the Father, so why should we be unhappy? Children of Father and unhappy, these two things do not reconcile. There must be something in between. Why do we fight among ourselves? Baba says, as children also we should not fight, and unhappy people will normally fight, and happy and harmonious people will not fight. All of us souls are brothers. Look how brothers fight among themselves in the world. They will fight and destroy one another, because any type of quarrel destroys and any type of love and harmony unites. Here we are claiming our inheritance from the Father, for we are different type of spiritual brothers and sisters. Brothers should never be like salt water, with each other, because Baba says one is sugar water and other is salt water. Even here some become like salt water with father. Even very good children become like salt water. Maya is so powerful. Now, what is the reason? So, Baba has said many times that we start comparing ourselves with each other. We have that worldly sanskar of comparison and looking at the good points and the wrong points in each other, and because we are intelligent, we are intellectuals, so we think why this wrong thing is in this Brahman, how a Brahman can be having wrong. So, Baba has given answer in many murlis for your own progress and for being a God's community. If we keep in mind one thing, that even the last Brahmin of the end of Silver Age has some good qualities that Baba has selected him. At least that soul has recognized Baba and said Baba, and is entitled to come up to the end of this Silver Age. So, if we look at Baba also looked at our such qualities only, we had so many devilish tendencies, but Baba knows everything and selected us not because of our great judgment power or good status or cleverness. Baba says not your brain, your heart. So, Baba says I only love people with heart, because people with intellect, sometime our intellect itself becomes a very big hurdle in our way. So, Baba says always look at all Brahmins as one God's community, and they must be, even last one will be having some special quality. That is why Baba has selected. Secondly, they are part of the Brahman community. Thirdly, I should have only the eye of looking at the good of everyone. So, then we can always avoid being salt water. Maya is so powerful. The family definitely remembers, the father definitely remembers very good children. The father has so much love for the children. The father has no one but his children only to remember. You have so many to remember. So, Baba says father's only business is to with the children. Baba is for the children and with the children, but children have so many others to think of. You have many to remember. Your intellects go here and there. Your intellects also go to your business, etc. I do not have any business. All of you children have many businesses. I just have the one business. I have come to make you children into heirs of heaven. So, that is Baba's business. Baba has so many children, but Baba's business is only to take his children to heaven. The only property that the unlimited Father has is you children. To you children, Baba says, I have to give all my inheritance. He is God the Father. All souls are his property. Maya has made you dirty. Baba says, just look, Maya has made you dirty. Father now makes you beautiful. Baba says, first we were all beautiful. For golden and silver ages, 21 births, but half the cycle we remained beautiful. Then Maya started to make us dirty slowly, and from copper age beginning we have started becoming dirty. The father says, I only have you, I have attachment to you. See, when you don't write, Acha, Baba says, I have attachment to you. Just as a Lokik parent has attachment to the father. Here, sometimes there is no double foreigners say that we have come late, and how will Baba give us full inheritance? So, Baba always says last but fast. Why so? Because Baba is just, and Baba does not say anything which is not right. So, when Baba says last but fast and double foreigners have come late, so what is the reason how the late ones can become fast? So, Baba says that there is one very good quality in double foreigners which is not found in his Indian children, and that quality is that double foreigners are clean hearted. Whatever is their state, they openly say it, and that is why Baba says that to Baba also they openly tell their defects and mistakes. And so, Baba says this quality of theirs, that they openly say, cleanly say, makes them entitled to the title of last so fast, because Baba likes clean hearts, and when somebody tells genuinely their weakness, then Baba gives them power and also forgives them. The India Bharatvasi children, they have some other type of souls. They will never say anything straightforward. They will say, Baba already knows it, so it is okay. So, they have the quality of hiding, and Baba's double foreigner children are very clear, and this quality Baba gives premium, and that is why Baba says even they have come last, they can go fast, they have got this lift because of this quality. So, when you do not write a letter, see, when you do not write a letter, the father becomes concerned. Even some good children do not send a letter. Now, Baba says, with the one with whom you have love, you always keep on writing letters, and you telling your stage and state. So, Baba says even very good children do not write letter, means their minds are engaged elsewhere, because the one who is giving unlimited inheritance, their mind should be always tuned to Baba. So, in one Murli, Baba has said that please do not write long letters, only write a letter with 2 words, okay. Baba says, I know that everything is okay with you, and there is nothing to worry about you, that Maya will swallow you. And Baba says the word okay means, O means, O is looking like Shiv Baba, the soul, K means kingdom. So, you will also remember that Shiv Baba is the giver of kingdom of heaven to me. So, these 2 words you write. Nowadays we can sit in Baba's room and write, but one is to mentally say, Baba, I am okay. The other is to write 2 words on a paper and put in Baba's room, because that shows my deeper intention, that yes, I am writing a letter. Otherwise, through mind we can say, oh, Baba knows everything already, so why should I write? No. Baba said this is a sign of intense love and connection. This will strengthen, make our connection stronger. So, Baba says even some very good children do not send a letter. Maya completely finishes off good children. because Maya also likes good children. If Baba likes good children, Maya also likes, Maya does not like discards. There must definitely be body consciousness. The father tells you always to write him about your welfare. Baba asks, children, Maya isn't troubling you, is she? You remain courageous and are conquering Maya, aren't you? So, Baba is only asking our welfare. So, it is our duty to write to Baba. We should always presume that Baba wants to know our welfare. Is Maya troubling us or not? So, Baba says, you remain courageous and are conquering Maya, aren't you? You are on the battlefield, aren't you? You should be controlling your physical organs in such a way that they do not cause any mischief. In the golden age, all your physical senses are under control. Your physical organs play no mischief there. Here, our physical organs are not in control because mind is not in control. So, it makes us to make mischief because of our old sanskars. There is no question of any type of mischief or your mouth, hands and ears in the golden age. But there is no mischief there, there is nothing dirty there. Here in subconscious, if some dirty thoughts are there, so they will be reflected in the mischief of the physical organs, or they may even trouble you in the dreams at night. Here you gain victory over your physical organs. This is the battlefield and this is the war with the power of yoga. So, how we do with the power of yoga means with the power of remembrance, remembering Baba to get power to burn our past sins. The father says there is nothing dirty there, you have to control your physical organs because we have to go there. So, we have to be qualified for going there. Make effort very well, very little time remains. Also remember that time left. For us, we can leave this confluence body any time. So, in fact, we should, like Mama, think that any breath could be my last breath. It is remembered that a lot of time has passed and that only a little time remains. There is a couplet in Hindi and also it is mentioned in the Gita that lot of time has gone and very little time remains and very little of that remains, and Baba says now even less time remains. Seeing the conditions of the world today, this is the Murli, old Murli, but now actually very little time remains and we are almost at the point of return. When a new house is being built, it remains in one's intellect that very little time is left and it will soon be ready. That only a little work has to be done. So, one sits in the old house and keeps on watching how much time it will take to shift into the new house. So, one is feeling that, oh yes, now it is almost complete and I will shift soon. That aspect is limited, whereas this aspect is unlimited. Like the building of a new house is a limited aspect, but building of the new world is an unlimited aspect, because once we get transferred there, then it is for at least 2 yugas that we will be there. And it is a house in the paradise and we are masters of the world. It has been explained to you children that theirs is the power of science, whereas yours is the power of silence. In this world, everything is being done quickly and better with the power of science. Now, the houses are also built very quickly and we are using the power of silence, which is much more powerful and fast. Their power is of intellects and your power too is of intellects. So many inventions have been created through science. They say that they now have invented such bombs that wherever they may be, they can have those bombs dropped and wipe out a whole city. Now even much bigger bombs have been made, wipe out a whole area. In that case, none of the armies and aeroplanes will be of any use, because now they have created rockets. Therefore, those intellects are of science and they are making inventions ultimately for destruction of the old world. Your intellects are of silence. So, we are doing everything using our intellect for creation, recreation, and they are using their intellects for destruction. So, both have the same objective. They will destroy the dirty world and we will create the heaven. They are instruments of destruction. You have become instruments for claiming an imperishable status. So, we cannot use our intellects for causing destruction and they cannot use their intellects for creation. Even to understand this, you need an intellect. Baba says, even to understand this, that we are instruments for claiming imperishable inheritance and how we are working toward that, this also requires intellect. That is why Baba gives us a daily murli. You children can understand how easy the path that the Father is showing us you is. So, for us, because we are using our intellects and power of silence, our path is so easy, and anything that it is easy, only that can be done continuously or forever. Anything that is difficult, you cannot do it either easily or forever or at a fast speed. No matter how stone headed or hunchbacked you are, simply remember two words. So, Baba says, even if your intellect have become perverted or your bodies have become very weak and disabled, just simply remember the two words, and that is using the power of silence to claim our inheritance. And the words are the Father and the inheritance, A and B or O and K. Then everything depends on how much remembrance you have. So, remember these two words, but how much remembrance, deep remembrance, sincere remembrance, obedient remembrance do we have? Break away from everything else, everyone else, and remember the one Father. The Father says, on the path of devotion, you called out to me when I was in my home in the supreme abode. You said, Baba, when you come, I will surrender everything to you. That was like the special Brahman priest who takes all the old things of someone who has died. In India, there is a custom that भाई लोगों
I think it's okay.
ओके अच्छा
Yes, we hear you.
ओके
Oh,
I will fix it.
all right.
They have gone. Okay. So, in India there is a custom, but when someone dies, Brahmins are the caste Brahmins, the bodily Brahmins here perform all important rituals and rites of a human being. So, when a person dies, the Brahman performs some ceremonies and then he takes away all the old, he is given all the old things of the dead person. So, Baba says, in the path of devotion, you also have been saying that when you come, we will give you everything. But Baba says, what you will give? You are going to leave the bodies for going to Paramdham, and this is old world. Everything is your old, even your heart is broken and old. So, it is like giving to the Brahmin all old things of a dying person. This is Baba is saying, there is nothing worthwhile giving. It is only like giving the belongings of a dead person. So, Baba says that was like the special Brahmin priest who takes all the old things of someone who had died. What will you give to the Father? You do not give anything to this one, Brahma. Baba says, even then, you are not giving anything to this one, Brahma, or the physical instruments. This one himself gave away everything he had. So, the one who himself gave away everything, what will he like to get? This one is not going to sit here and build a palace for himself. All of this is for Shiv Baba. Baba says, whatever you give to the yajna is used for Shiv Baba's service and not by any individual for himself. They don't build palaces for themselves. Brahma Baba himself gave and did not get anything to make a palace for himself. He said, I will not remain here. No other Brahman, no other person is going to remain here. We are doing everything according to his directions. Baba says, everything what Shiv Baba says, that if you give whatever you have got, then you will get whatever I have. So, for that reason, Baba says, as per Baba's direction, we are doing everything. He is Karan Karavan Har. So, he is the director, he is our boatman, he is Karan Karavan Har, he continues to give directions. Baba says, if you follow Baba's directions as Karan Karavan Har, you will have no burden on yourself, because we are just following Baba's directions. Baba is Karan Karavan Har and the soul becomes the Karan Karavan Har through the mind. But whatever our mind does is as per the directions of the original Karan Karavan Har and not as per my own directions of the mind, because mind now is iron aged and it may use our good intellects also for wrong purposes. So, Baba says he continues to give directions. Brahma Baba never felt any burden. He had to create a whole new world, and in fact, you see all over the world, Baba's children were spread and lost. Baba found them and made them Brahmins. So, but he never felt any burden. I have seen Brahma Baba in his physical body. He never felt any burden. He was never hurried. He never said even I after he surrendered. So, he faced all the situations. So, only he followed Srimat of Shiv Baba. Children say, Baba, you are the only one for me, but you have many children. No, Baba says, children say, Baba, you are the only one for me, but you have many children. Baba then says, I have only you children, whereas you have so many others. So, let us ponder over this. Children say, Baba, I am one of the many. Millions of children you have. I am yours, but you have millions of children you have. And Baba says, I have only you children, but you children have so many others. So, you remember so many bodily relatives, the father says to his sweetest children, remember the father as much as possible and continue to forget everyone else. You receive the butter of the sovereignty of heaven. Just think about how this play has been created. Just think how wonderfully this drama has been created simply by remembering the father and spinning the discus of self-realization. Just simply by doing that, you become rulers of the globe. No such status is available to anyone all over the history of the drama, that you just remember the father and just think of in your mind, spin the drama cycle and discuss of self-realization. I went so and so in golden age, I had such so and so in the silver age, and then how the drama changed. I became body conscious, and that created vices and made me dirty. However, my soul is the original one. I passed through these stages. Then Baba lifted me from the dirty pool and made me beautiful, and now I am in angelic state, and just by remembering. So Baba says, just as a wasp is converted into a butterfly, same thing. However, human beings believe that devotion has continued from times immemorial. Acha. So no, I forgot one line. So Baba says, you children now experience this in a practical way, that just by remembering father and spinning the discus, you become rulers of the globe. So you children are now experiencing this in a practical way. Otherwise, they show that discus in the hand of Vishnu as a symbol. They show a lotus in the hand of Vishnu as a symbol. They say a conch in the hand of Vishnu, but you are now practically experiencing this. Human beings believe that devotion has continued from times immemorial, and that the vices have also continued from times immemorial, because only vicious people pray to God to clean them of vices. So they think that the prayers have also been going on from times immemorial, which means that the vices have also been going on from times of immemorial, and they do not have that idea of distinction between the world of sorrow and heaven. Lakshmi and Narayan, who were Radhe and Krishna, also had children. Did they not? Then they say, Lakshmi and Narayan also had children. Why you call producing of children here as a vice? So they put this argument just to think of continuing with their vices. Baba says, yes, why would they not have children? But they are also called completely viceless. So because they are called completely viceless and they had children, so there was a different process of having children in heaven. Otherwise, why the lust is called enemy number one, even in the Bhagavad Gita? All the spiritual people, all the spiritual heads and leaders avoid lust. Why they do so? And they get respect because of that only, because inside they know it is a vice. So they are called completely viceness. Here everyone is completely vicious. They continue to insult one another. So Baba says, because they are vicious, they continue all the time to pull down, insult one another, look with hatred at each another, have ego and so many things. You children are now receiving Shrimat from Shri Shri, double elevated father. So we are receiving Shrimat, supreme advice from the Supreme Father, and to make us elevated, he is making you elevated. You cannot become this if you don't obey the father. It is up to you whether to obey or not to obey. So, Baba says, obedient children will instantly obey him. So, Baba says, what makes us to not obey Baba forever? So, Baba says, I love those children who understand the value of Shrimat and follow Shrimat, and they feel so light and elevated and are instrument for making others also elevated, all connected with Baba, the Supreme Soul. They give their hearts, complete hearts to Baba, and they live in Baba's heart, throne heart. But Baba says, what disturbs is Manmat, because Manmat is our own intellect's feeling. So, we try to test even Shrimat with our Manmat, which is already iron-aged and rusted. Just as I offer myself to be carried by the boatman to the other shore, and on the way I tell the boatman, no, don't take me this way, please stop for a while, or please take to the left or right, or please take the boat back, or why you are doing this and why you are not doing this, or why your children are doing this and not doing this. So, Baba says, all the children are in my boat. I have to take them forward. You don't look at the children, but don't try to test Shrimat with your own Manmat before following Shrimat. Because if you use your rusted intellect to test Shrimat and then become choosy and selective, yes, this Shrimat I will follow, and this Shrimat is difficult for me to follow because of our own ego and our own sanskar. So, in many Murlis, Baba says, what comes in the way is the I consciousness, is my hidden ego, that I think my intellect is very good and I am very intellectual and I can judge things better even than Shrimat. So, Baba says that causes problems and causes divisions, and instead of because it is a huge task of using power of silence to create heaven. But if even a little bit comes in our mind to think separately, then the problem will arise, and Baba says, you will yourself will feel isolated sooner or later, because how much power a soul can have. So, Baba says, my first sign is following Shrimat is that we are all united. There is no organization in the world, no other big institution in the world which is run by sisters, by Baba through the sisters, and globally it is so united that we all think the same, we all speak the same, and we all act the same way. The whole world is surprised, whatever is our language, country, this and that, but there is a common factor, and that is Shrimat. So, Baba says, you can't become this if you don't obey the Father. It is up to you whether or not to obey him. Obedient children will instantly obey him. So, now Baba says, I am your most obedient servant. Baba even so humble. So, we are also Baba's so obedient children. When you don't help fully, you cause yourself a loss. Baba says, who will lose? Only you will lose. The Father says, I come every cycle. I inspire you so much to make effort. I bring you so much happiness while you are claiming your full inheritance from the Father. Now, Baba says, once you have understood He is my Supreme Father, He is Almighty, He has come to give me such big inheritance, then once we are in His boat, then we have to let Baba take row our boats to the other shore, do not interfere. Just as a patient hands over himself to a good doctor, then patient does not say, doctor, you have put green drops in the eyes of my co-patient, why you are putting red drops in my eyes? Baba says it means interference. A doctor will say, please go to some other hospital. But here Baba loves his children, only teaches us. Now Baba is saying a very, very important point. And that is very important point. While you are claiming your full inheritance from the father, Maya inspires you to make mistakes. Because we have been customers of Maya, we have been under the influence of Maya not for one birth. Maya has started to us to make mistakes from copper age. And for 63 births, we have been under Maya's influence. So, Maya will be inspiring you to make mistakes, to remain on Maya's side, while Baba is inspiring us to not to make mistake and make progress, as Baba said in the beginning. Now Baba says, however, you must not get caught in that trap. It is for us to see whether it is a golden trap or it is Maya trying to interfere by catering to my own weaknesses like ego, like selfishness, like dominance and so on. So Baba says, your war, your only war is with Maya. Human beings may be looking instruments, our only war is Maya. Maya may make change my thoughts to think that this person is this and that person is that. And then Baba says, many very big storms will come, because to uproot or shake big trees and old trees, big storms have to come. Baba says, in these two, Maya will attack the hairs the most. So Maya also does not attack so powerfully ordinary subjects of the golden age. Those who are very intelligent, very smart, are Baba's forefront children who can do Baba's service a lot, Maya also targets them. So Baba is saying, in those two, the big storm, Maya will attack the hairs the most. She becomes powerful and fights the powerful ones. Just as, you know, when they are wrestling, so they make couples of the wrestlers of equal quality. A big, strong wrestler is not made to fight a small wrestler. So they have to make them couples of equal strength. Similarly, Baba says, when Baba's children are strong, who are clever, who are active, who are intelligent, who can plan, so Maya also becomes powerful to that extent to bring disturbance in their minds. When a herbalist gives someone medicine, all his internal illness erupts. In India also, the herbals, you know, when they give a herb, the illness become more acute because all its roots are uprooted and then it is treated. So don't become discouraged when some big sort of inner, you know, weaknesses, they emerge instantly. They were not there at all. Baba says, even in old people, lust will emerge. Something which was never there in us, in our even worldly life, that will also emerge, because a drowning person comes up 3 times and then he drowns. Here too, when you belong to me, you will begin to remember everyone. Storms will come, but you must keep your line clear. For the first half cycle, we were pure. Then for the second half, we became impure. Now we have to return home. So we have to get back to our original pure state. The Father says, remember me and your sins will be absolved with this fire of yoga. This is the thing, basic thing Baba tells us every time. The more you remember me, the higher the status you will claim. While remembering me, you will return home. So, our password is remember Baba and we will return home. You need to be कितना बजा भाई
15 मिनट है 10
बाकी हैं
10
अच्छा you need to be completely introverted in this, because if we become extroverted, then our sense organs bring to our mind the worldly things and situation, and they react with our old sanskara. If I become introverted and I inside of me I think that I am a bright star, I am the soul, and my home is Paramdham, original home, eternal home, sweet silence home. If I am introvert and then I pass through the whole cycle, presently I have to be in my angelic state. Now Baba says, you have not to remember your Brahman state, I have to be in my angelic state, and in angelic state, you know, nothing, no vices, nothing can reach the angelic state. There is no day and night, there is no hot and cold in the angelic state. The angels just only think good of others, and they don't stay at one place, and they are all giving blessings and becoming blissful themselves by keeping balance. And then we have to go to the soul state. These two stages we have to now operate. So, therefore, Baba says that you need to be completely introverted in this. Knowledge is imbibed by the soul. It is the soul that studies. Always we have to remember, it is not the body. Through the body, soul is doing everything. It is the Father, the Supreme Soul, who has come and gives knowledge to the soul. So, for soul, the Supreme Soul comes and gives knowledge. All other people are bodily people, and they give knowledge, bodily knowledge, for this world only. You are receiving such important knowledge in order to become masters of the world. Nobody can get such knowledge that their mind is controlled and they become masters of the world. You call me the pure purifier, the ocean of knowledge and the ocean of peace, and I give you everything I have. Now see, in the golden age, the deities, everything happens at the right time, at the right place, and in the right manner. No our sense organ, nothing, mind, intellect, nothing goes a little more beyond or little behind. So accurate and perfect is everything. Everything is happening at the right time, at the right place, and the right manner. And for this we have also to make our nature as such that not we may overdo something, say we may even do good godly service, but overdo it and think that remembrance I will do later on. Baba says, no, remembrance you have to also keep apace. You should not postpone remembrance, always keep the link. That is why Baba says, keep balance. Balance will naturally bring us blessing, because all our actions will be at the right time, at the right place, in the right manner. Nothing is disturbed there. And today, because everything is topsy-turvy, anything can happen to anyone, anytime, anywhere. See the gap. Now we have to go back from this stage of anything happening to anyone, anytime, anywhere. All people do things, but at the wrong time or at the wrong place. They wake up at night, sleep in the morning, so many things. So Baba says, I have given you everything I have. The only thing I do not give you is the key to divine vision. Instead of that, I make you into the masters of the world. There is nothing to gain by having visions. The main thing is in this study. I also used to in the beginning go in trance. Brahma Baba personally stopped me, child, don't go in trance. This having divine visions does not lead you anywhere. The mother never had even any divine vision and she became number one, Sri Lakshmi. Baba says, I had divine vision, so in spite of being Brahma Baba, I become number two. Sri Lakshmi first in the rank number two. So never have divine vision. Because I give you knowledge and anything, any faith created with knowledge is strong and any faith created with a divine vision sometimes fritters away. You receive happiness for 21 births through this study. Compare the happiness you have against the happiness Meera had. Now Baba is giving an example. Meera of the path of devotion also had divine visions of Sri Krishna. She was in the Iron Age, she had visions, but then what? The rosary of devotion is separate from the rosary of path of knowledge. Ravana's kingdom is separate from your kingdom. This is called the night, whereas this is called the day. Acha. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Bab Dada. So, Shiv Baba is father, Brahma Baba is mother, and then also Baba says Bab Dada. Brahma Baba is father and Shiv Baba is grandfather. So this is a very wonderful spiritual relation. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. Brahma Baba used to bow at the gate to the children before leaving. And at that time, Baba used to say, the spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. How humble Brahma Baba was. A sense of for dharana. Control your physical organs with the power of yoga in such a way that no mischief remains. There is very little time left now. All are landlocked at the home to do their homework because the studies are over. Now before the final exam, we have to do our homework and complete and finish our mistakes and mischiefs. So Baba says you are now to do homework from home. Therefore make effort very well and become a conqueror of Maya. Number 2, remain introverted and imbibe the knowledge that the Father gives you. Never become like salt water with each other. Always remember, we are one Baba's community and each Brahman has some quality, that is why Baba has selected him. Look at that quality only. Definitely send the Father the news of your welfare. Okay, Baba. Blessings. May you be altruistically merciful and save all souls from the wandering or becoming beggars. The children who are merciful have merciful thoughts to remind many other souls of their spiritual form and destination in a second. With the children's thoughts of mercy, beggars will have glimpses of all their treasures. Wandering souls will see the shores or destination of liberation and liberation in life in front of them. It is your own thoughts which are reflected in a second. They will play the parts of being removers of sorrow and bestowers of happiness. So we should not do anything that causes sorrow and takes away happiness. And they will always keep the magic key with them and have a method to make unhappy souls happy. So this is the magic key. Have very powerful thoughts of transforming myself and others. Slogan: become a server and do altruistic service, and you will definitely receive the fruits of service, because every seed must have its fruit. Now कितना टाइम रह गया? हाँ? So 1 minute I will talk to you, and that is, the Murli took lot of time. Why it is that all Brahmins love Madhuban? You know, now you may be in your foreign countries, but Baba says, just think, all of us, all of you were Bharatvasis for 2 yugas, right from the golden age first day up to the silver age last day. Where were you? You were Bharatvasis. Of course, the world was Bharat, the world was united. But so you are originally Bharatvasis, you are Paramdham Vasis like all other souls. Then you are Sangam Yug Vasis like all other souls, Baba's children, and then you are Bharatvasis right from day one of the golden age to the end of silver age, granted. And thereafter also, all souls who are making good effort, who are Baba's children, who remain united and who follows Baba's Shrimat and help Baba's service, Baba says, of course Maya will come, we will fight. They remain Bharatvasis for even longer. Only maybe towards the last few births, Baba knew that Baba's children are spread everywhere, so you went to the other countries, and because you know their language, you took their bodies, and to unite Baba's found children, because any Indian soul goes, will require a visa, passport, and they will not trust that soul also. What is this person's agenda? So you are their own people. So Baba says, for this purpose only Baba has sent. That is why all of us like Baba's Murli. It gets into our hearts and we always feel united. I have met Sharona sister only 5-6 times. I remember I went to Boston and there she was, and she put me in Baba's room because there was little accommodation. One bearded brother was there who used to play music and also sleep. And then I met her sometimes in Madhuban. Once she came to my cottage, and I remember there were some table covers of golden color. She said, I like one. I said, take as many. She said, I am not greedy. But all the time, we have never felt that we have met after so many years. We all feel like, all the time we have met. Even Dadi Prakash Mani has left body, but we will never feel she has gone because we have another task. So here there is joy of meeting, but no sorrow of separation. Baba's children, now sister Sharona may be in here, and then so many sisters may be elsewhere. One sister is in Chile and she comes to RC also. Then so many sisters are there, brothers are there, but we all feel we are all together. And to make us experience that, this particular period Baba has created when we can meet each other just any time, by creating this type of program. So thank you very much for giving me opportunity to visit Israel. Baba says, I had a wish, but it could not be fulfilled. But just as before death, everyone's wishes are being fulfilled. So Baba is fulfilling all our wishes. Now we can meet anyone, anytime, get so many classes and enjoy this life of what you call lockdown. Om Shanti. And I am exceeding time.
Yes, you did it, but we don't mind holding you a bit more.
Acha.
You can be held a bit more.
So anything from your side?
Yes, maybe there are some questions. People can write them
Yes.
especially relating to the points that our brother was giving, and or the Murli. But otherwise, I would just like to say a few words about our Dada. Here it's traffic control, so you're going to hear some music. But I just want to say that our brother is just really that, you know. Everybody needs to learn what it is to have a brother. And this is what we learn from our senior Dadas, like Rich Mohan Dada. Even seeing your face and listening to the Murli, I found that my head was nodding all the time and I was smiling all the time. And this is the study. It's to make our heart happy again. And it's just these pure vibrations. And the other day he said, don't fight with Maya and don't be concerned. Instead, be cautious and learn from it. At least that's how I understood it. In this aspect, since the more, let's see if I understand this, since the more I remember him, the more I am becoming calm and steady. Let's see, where did this go? I am becoming calm and steady. But is it possible, I think I understand this question, is it possible that I can accommodate Maya and make her civilized through being merciful? Is that the way to work with Maya? I think I've understand the question, it's not 100%. How to work with Maya, I think, is the question.
Well, sister, Maya is listening to the questions. So, she will also listen to my answers and find a way different from what we will be talking and still come. So, Baba says, what is Maya? Maya is not any entity. It is not even a soul. We are souls. Shiv Baba is our Supreme Soul Father. Maya is not a soul. It is not even an entity. It is the name given to the weaknesses, or to, you can say, like the virus which has entered the soul, just as a virus enters a computer and disturbs the whole system. So, Maya is like the virus which entered the soul and now has acquired acute form. There is more of virus and less of program, and that is why every soul, howsoever intelligent, howsoever well intending, howsoever well resourced, howsoever well provided, feels helpless at one point of the other to achieve at least in a stable way and for a duration anything that it wants. And the greatest proof of that is nowadays we are finding even the mightiest ones in all fields, like the president of the country, like the military powers, like the scientists and medical experts, anyone, the religious people, they are finding helpless just because of another antivirus which is called corona. They are running away, they are hiding, they are distancing from each other and all and so forth. First, we distanced ourselves from each other mentally, thinking that it is good to be away, to be independent, to be thinking to be remain myself. And we thought it is good to be separate rather than to remain combined and get into trouble and listen to others and tolerate each other. Then it caused a little disturbance which we never noticed. But today it has taken an acute form, and now it is telling us what distancing means. You wanted to be distant, now have the ultimate of distancing. So, therefore, this is Maya. So, first of all, Maya tells us not to have ego of anything at all that this body and bodily relations and physical world gives us, because it is, first of all, it is perishable, it is for little time only. We are to leave our bodies, we have to leave our status and I. So, in other words, I consciousness, so long as I consciousness remains in me in any form, I am in charge of Israel Center. For example, I am telling you, I am this and I am that. There is Maya inside. So, Baba says, in a very subtle form, even if I may be really doing good things, but those good things will be nullified because of this I consciousness, the virus of Maya. So, what happened? Now, the president of a big country, he says, I am so mighty, I have got so many army and this, I have so much money, this and that. And look how helpless they are looking. All their money is there, all their power is there, their status is there, because they are pitched against each other. Baba says the first thing which I have learnt in this yajna is to be humble, to be a non-entity, to be a mere instrument of Baba, because it is Baba which is working on us, within us, to make us pure. I cannot make myself completely pure by my own effort. This many people has been doing in many ways. The main thing is we require love and power of the Almighty. And Baba says, I give you love and power unconditionally, unlimited, provided you also have the same love and power for anything and everything. So, which means to say, we in ourselves have to only develop pure thoughts, good thoughts for everyone. Everything. We cannot distinguish between right and wrong, that this is wrong, I should hate it, I should criticize it. No. So, this is the way Baba works, this is the way the Brahma Kumaris work. I have found this is the way we work. And even we are number wise. But what I have learned from the Dadis, the senior ones, is that if you are a non-entity, Brahma Baba, after Brahma Baba surrendered, never used the word I for himself at all. Dadi Prakash Mani, ever since she surrendered, she never used the word I. Wherever required, she will use the word Dadi as a designation. Dadi did this, Dadi went to Israel, but never I. So much it was natural for them. So, here also Baba's grace, Baba's mercy on us, Baba's kindness of us, we should appreciate that let Baba work on me, and what Baba wants me to do, I should do it only that and in the same way as Baba wants, and not interfere with my own intellect. This is what I have learned. And then that gives you unlimited happiness. Instantly you may become limited. America is a big country, but still it is limited. Russia is a big country, but it is limited. The new world, there is no limit. There are no boundaries. There are no barriers, and that is why there are no different languages. There are no different, nothing different. United Nations has so many flags. Baba says, my flag will finish all flags and you won't need a flag. Similarly, my knowledge finishes all hospitals, you don't need a hospital. My knowledge finishes all courts, all these systems of today, you don't need them at all. You are normal, just Baba's divine deities moving around, and so much power that even the lion and the cow, they don't fight. So this will come only by body consciousness, means I consciousness. So this is the main thing I have learned. Souls are originally loveful. Souls are originally peaceful. Souls are originally pure. And souls are also originally very, very sweet. If I have to test myself, how sweet I am under all circumstances, not under favorable circumstances only. How humble I am under all circumstances, not under favorable circumstances. And similarly, Baba, how patient I am under all circumstances. Do I lose my patience in any case? Just as a person was praying to God, God give me patience, but please hurry up. So not this type of patience. Okay? And now is the last time. Everything have changed, all systems have changed. Now everything is becoming virtual, and so that it is easy for us to be in our angelic state. First be in our angelic state, then come down in this body and perform in a karmatit way, so that even good things, the golden chains also do not tie us. Anytime we have to go back, we should be free and independent, as if waiting to return. That stage we have to attain. And unlimited love to everyone, unlimited love to no seeing of anybody's faults, because as soon as you see anybody faults, the faults are in that person, but they enter me, they get registered in me. So why should I not have the glasses which do not see any fault at all? As Baba does not see any fault in us, because this is the way to recognize Maya. There are two ways. One is to recognize Maya and to avoid it. The other way is to fight with Maya. So Baba says, though recognize Maya and find ways to avoid it, just as a vehicle is coming from other side and wants to hit you, and you just take a turn. The other is to fight with that vehicle, you are on the wrong side. So Baba says, those who recognize and just don't allow it to enter, they come in the golden age. Those which fight with Maya and keep on fighting, they go in the silver age. That is why Shri Ram is shown with bow and arrow, sitting on the throne, but still having the bow and arrow, as if the enemy can come here also. And the Krishna is only playing a flute, worryless. The reason is only this: he recognized Maya, never fought with it. Because we know this is Maya is inside of me. It comes like in the form of ego. It can come in the form of anger, jealousy, hatred, criticism, all those things. So it is within us. It will come. So we have to overcome it instantly. That is why Baba says attention is the word. We should always, because up to the end it will come. Sometimes we become complacent, oh, I have overcome Maya. That is the mistake. Maya is hearing, it smiles, and okay, I will see how you have overcome me. It will take another form. It is actually our own sanskars which keep on coming in different forms, in different situations, and in disguise. And if we recognize it with our third eye, then we will be able to avoid it. So if we have got simplicity, if we have got humility, if I recognize I am a part of the system, I have always to help the system, I have to always follow the Shrimat, never raise my head as I, just as if you take your elbow out of a bus and something strikes, so keep it inside. Baba says remain introverted, be concerned with your own self. Dadi Janki lived for 104 years, moved around the world, but only with the message of Baba and Baba's work. Similarly, we can also be just Baba's children on earth. Baba functions through bodies. First Baba functioned through Brahma Baba's body. Now Baba is functioning through our all bodies, and so that we send our message to everyone. Nobody should complain in the end, I did not get the message. And now Baba says you have got mind power also. You can serve through the mind, sit on, rise above and in your elevated state and collect all your qualities, and just like the sun passing the rays, give to all the souls of the globe without any discrimination. You will also enjoy, and your Baba will give his pass his powers through you also, through the soul. We have a lot of tasks to do, and we will complete that. So easy. Okay?
This is beautiful, beautiful. We have one more question here.
Yes.
Actually, a few, but this is slightly connected. She's saying, thank you so much, brother. This sister's from Israel. Baba says, be introverted, forget all human beings, only remember the Father. Now, this sister is asking, do you have friends? If yes, what kind of relationship do you have with friends?
You know, when we have a friend, friendship is the best relationship. It is more close than even the bodily relationships, because we confide in friends what we do not confide in anyone. And friend in need is a friend indeed. What is the best thing I can do to my friend? Supposing I get something very good, I will like that friend also to have that thing, because I will rather share with all the friends that look, I have found a diamond mine and only I know it, and I have got the diamond, please come and you also get the diamonds. So presently, because now we are spiritual, we have to give them the best benefit, not short time benefit, just give a New Year gift or a birthday gift or have a party. That is too small. So we should also, in our, because a friend also believes in friend, and friend also knows what my friend is doing or saying in my best interest. So best thing is, instead of giving gyan and all those things to strangers, to other people, charity begins at home. I should do it with a group of my friends. So tell them what I have got and my experience, and make them share, make them experience for a while. That will be the best treatment to the friends. I went to Africa once, and there I found there were young couples, and they all called a party of young couples only, so that it's like a group, and they shared with the new couples, other worldly friendly couples, their gyan, and they received it because of friendship, otherwise they would not have listened. So like that, make best use of friendship to the best benefit of your friends, and in a very, very easy way pass on this knowledge and tell them about the time, and they will now understand the importance of time because of change situation.
Do you have friends? She, I think, wants to know, what is friendship within the Brahmin world?
In Brahmin world, Baba is our friend, Brahma Baba is our friend, and for all others we have only spiritual relationship of co-servers. So friendship in Brahmin world means there should be no opposite of it. There should be no distancing of hearts. There should be no disharmony. There should be no disunity. There should be always give and take. There should be always adjustment. There should be always you first. So all those things are Brahmin friendship. Now because we know that all Brahmins come with different backgrounds, and only our common connection is with Baba and through Baba. and with Brahma Baba. So Baba says, like all the BKs for over 80 years, they have been living together. So it was the friendship relation because they confided to each other, they shared with each other. They will not go and share everything with the seniors or the instruments. So say your roommate or your partner in service. So that was friendship, but only we should remember that does not go the wrong way, not in the body conscious way. It should be friendship for elevating and uplifting, helping each other, and not the other way around. Yes, as many as you like. Huh?
Oh, that's a treasure store you've just opened. How does remembrance cut our sins and settle our karmic accounts? What is the dynamic?
Yes. You know that there is a melting point for each metal, like paper, plastic, steel, platinum, different things, they are finished at different temperatures. Similarly, the soul acquired the sins or the unrighteousness by the process of heating. Any metal, say in gold, you have to add silver. So it is done by the process of heating. You can add copper, you can add anything, but by the process of heating, it is mixed into that and it gets adulterated in that form. Similarly, purification also is by the process of heating. If you want to make impure gold pure gold, again you have to heat it to a particular temperature and the alloys will be separated. The same thing happens in the case of soul. So, all the vices create a particular type of heat. At least anger you can easily feel, lust you can easily feel, ego you can easily feel, but then attachment and greed are cold heat, a different type of heat, but they also are a different type of alloy. So, everything enters the soul by this process. All the vices are like fires. Now, if we have to remove them, we again require a fire. So, it is another type of fire, the intensity of remembrance. You know, when you are deeply connected with someone, it also is like a fire. You don't think of anything, you don't think of your body. Like Baba gives the example of the flame and the moth. Look, why the moth goes to the flame and burns itself on the flame and even loses life. What is the cause? That is, Baba has given a physical example to us. Similarly, when we are in intense, deep love with Baba, and at that stage, all these types of alloys, they get out. So, this is the process of removing those impurities which entered in us. They entered through the fire of vices and they will be removed through the fire of yoga.
Thank you.
Okay?
One last question if you can, more minutes. But could you share some experiences of Sakar Baba?
5 minutes and some experiences of Sakar Baba. I can share one experience.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes, yes.
At that time, very innocently and very naturally, I became child of Sakar Baba. Because my father came to Gyan, I went. But then Sakar Baba, because Sakar Baba had Shiv Baba also in Sakar Baba, they he knew my horoscope or my future and past. So Sakar Baba gave extra love to me, which now only I realize in retrospect. You know, after Brahma Bhojan at lunchtime, Sakar Baba used to invite some children to play cards with him. And Baba will sit in his room on the squat, and in front children will sit, 4 or 5 children, and Baba will play cards. First time Baba called me and said, "Do you know how to play cards?" I said, "No." Baba says, "You are a buddhu." Because I was an officer in a company and I used to go to the club also. But Baba said, "Don't you go to your club?" I said, "I go to club, but to check their stocks and other things and their accounts. Otherwise, I don't go to club." Baba said, "You don't know to play cards?" I said, "No." Baba said, "You are a buddhu." And then Baba taught me. It was so easy to play cards. So it became my great hobby, just a natural hobby after lunch, to wait for Baba to call us and play cards. Now what I noticed was that on Baba's gaddi, on which Baba sat, Baba used to make me sit by his side, and his own son, Narayan Bhai, who also used to be a part of the team to play cards, not on the gaddi but opposite. So I did not know, but I really felt some joy that I am not Baba's bodily child. Baba is making me sit by his side, but his own son opposite. Later on I learnt that even own daughter also Baba preferred Prakashmani Dadi and Janki Dadi to his daughter. So that was not easy, but I felt a little joy. But Baba knew my future, and then what happened, that one day Baba did not call me. And as per by natural nature, I was moving around Baba's room, and suddenly Baba's Brahmani Lachu came out, and I said, "Behan, Baba has not called for cards." She said, "Wait, I will inquire." So she went and said, Baba says, "Okay, bring your other people also and come to me." That day Baba was reclining on there with a blanket on, and Baba lost the game. Normally Baba used to win. I said, "How can Baba lose the game and Baba is reclining?" She said, "Baba has 102 fever, and only because you said Baba called you to play the cards." So this deep love of Baba touched me so much.
We made a mistake. We should have. You know what this means. We're going to have to invite you again.
Yeah. Okay.
Then we'll get.
So don't make this mistake next kalpa.